What's going on, fellow collectors, fellow Germats? Today, we are reviewing something very special. Target exclusive, Psylocke versus Thanos Gamerverse.
I kick it. Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
So, if you guys saw my TikTok and you guys follow my TikTok, you know that my girlfriend got me the Psylocke and Thanos 2-pack bundle. Target exclusive. And also, if you saw the vlog, it might be uploaded before this, I'm not sure. It's a grail in my mind. Yeah, here's the front. Psylocke versus Thanos. Gamerverse line. I don't think they own the rights to the actual, company, Capcom, but they just called it their Gamerverse because of that. Here's the side with Psylocke on it. Boom. There's the back, and then the other 2 packs with the Wolverine and Silver Samurai. Then you got the War Machine and Omega Red. Really cool. Not going to be picking up those. Here's the side with Thanos on it with his 8-bit version and the action figure. This is Gamerverse right there. Top with a little bow. Top because my girlfriend gifted it to me. It would say Gamerverse up there, but I'm keeping the bow on. More don't choke on this. And let's break them out of the packaging. I did want to also point out how cool this background is. Not going to use it, but I think if you were to glue it, you could definitely it's a trippy, it kind of looks like 3D if I put it like this. I think it just looks really cool. Alright, and here he is out of the packaging. His accessory, I'm not going to do an accessory portion for him because he literally just comes, oh my gosh. He literally just comes with the snapping hand. There that is. All the gems painted nice and good. The Infinity Stones. He's going to be posed with this. Get that out of the way. Here's the actual figure, the Mad Titan Thanos. Look at him. Absolutely beautiful figure. It is reused. The body is, I think. Of the previous Thanos before him. Head sculpt is completely new, though. Check that out. Look at the blood red eyes and that grin. I'm telling you, man, when it comes to head sculpts, Marvel Legends Hasbro's ahead of the game right now, because it is just fantastic what they're doing. I like the horn, kind of crown look. I also like the new plastic they picked out for Thanos. It's a more of an orangish yellow. I like that better than the kind of nasty mustard yellow they had last time around. Focusing back on the figure, again, really nice. I have no paint issues. This is the first time I've had a figure with no paint issues. I can't find a single one. Stands pretty tall. I'm gonna do a size comparison in a minute, but let's get on to articulation. So his head can look up that far, which is really good for a big fig. Down, not that much. So this is regular for preference. And then when I go down, that's what we're getting. So literally nothing much for down. Head tilt is actually really good. I want to know if he's on he's on a dumbbell. Little dumbbell joint there. This is a soft rubber, and it's got a little divot here, so it does not get in the way of your articulation here. Doesn't quite meet the 90-degree standard. Bicep swivel. His arms can't go. Actually, they can. Never mind. They can go completely around. Again, that's soft plastic. Single jointed elbows, does not quite reach that 90 degrees either. Swivel at the elbow. Wrist hinge that far back. Pretty good wrist hinge. The diaphragm has a cut, so you can swivel. Ab crunch can go down that far. Decently back. No butterfly joint. I wish they would have done that. I wish honestly, they could have used the Hulk body and transformed it. I wish they used more articulation for these bigger figures. They deserve it. Legs can kick out that far. This skirt does not get in the way. It does have a cut right there for that too. Goes out that far. Goes back that far. So barely goes back. He can go out that far with the splits. Thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Go like that. No boot cut, which kind of sucks as a perfect spot for a boot cut, let's be honest. His feet can go down that far up, and does have a forward-facing pin for rocker, so you can get that nice ankle pivot. Overall, a really outstanding figure. My favorite out of the 2-pack. I know a lot of people want the Psylocke more than the Thanos, but I'm more on the Thanos side of things. Boom, and there it is. That's exactly how I'm going to put him on the shelf, too. Yep, like that. And there he is getting ready to snap his fingers to wipe out half of humanity. So far, I rate this figure a 9 out of 10. Wish he had more articulation. That is literally my only gripe. Wish there was more articulation in this guy. but is a actually 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10 on the Thanos. We're going to lay him back here for the rest of the review. And let's move on to Psylocke. Alright, and we're going to do an accessory portion for Psylocke since she has a lot. Let's start with the head sculpt. Head sculpt. This is a alternate head sculpt for her. Is more of a dynamic one. Very, very nice. This is my favorite head sculpt of the year so far. It is such a beautiful head sculpt. The sunglasses. This is the head sculpt that the sunglasses go into, actually. I've been trying to figure it out for a minute. I've been unsuccessful. Yeah, so it'll kind of go like this. I won't have her on the shelf like this, but still a really cool piece. This piece, which we've gotten before, I think this is the same one with the 3-pack Psylocke. I'll bring her down for comparison later. And then we have this open palm kind of reaching out hand right there. And then we got two kind of ninja hands in her case, but kind of gun pointing hands. And then these two really cool effects. Me personally, not going to use them on the shelf, but still really cool. I think they're like psychic kind of ability effects. Really nice. So let's get on to the figure probably of the year. Not really for me, but for most people, Psylocke. And here is Psylocke out of the packaging, and just look at her, man. She is a stunning, beautiful figure. Here's that other head sculpt, a closer look at that. Very, very nice. There is a hint of purple in her hair. Same as the other one. I don't know if it's as dark. We'll look at that in a second. Paint apps are amazing. I don't have really any... There's paint bleeding by the belt. You can kind of see it there. And then the paint on the shoulders and stuff is darker than her actual skin tone in other places, like towards the hips and shoulders. Probably because they just painted over the blue plastic that the mold came in. Other than that, this is the most posable girl sculpt we've probably ever gotten since like Black Widow and other ones. But we'll go over articulation real quick. Head can go down that far. No back. You can't expect back with girls because the hair. Good head pivot. Can look left, right. Can't really go through 60 unless you're putting the hair like there. Butterfly joints. I've never had one with butterfly joints. It is actually very, very good on these girl action figures. There you go. Arms can go up to parallel. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Wrist can hinge down and up. I always recommend heating girl figures up because of the hinge. Wrists are very dainty and small. Ab crunch. Just alone, the diaphragm can't go much. But if you incorporate all of that, there you go. Boom. Very nice. You go back that far. Boom. Very nice. Legs can go out almost to a full split. Out that far. Back that far. And guess where the thigh cut is? Can you guys see? I want to let it focus. Can you guys see where the thigh cut is? Because I can't. It's right here. It's blended in so well. Like, you can't even notice it's there. The only way, like, if you do this, then you're definitely going to notice. Other than that, it is barely noticeable. Double jointed knees. Right there. And they can go down that much, up that much, and a forward-facing pin for rocker. Overall, this figure is amazing. Best articulated lady I've ever had. Just looks amazing also. They did a really good job with this 2-pack. I definitely see the hype. Target exclusive, which is crazy. Let's actually get some height comparisons here. I'll do my usuals. We got a 6-inch scale Jada Toys Ryu there. Oh, God. Okay. Ryu right here. Another fighter. She towers over him. He's not standing up straight, so they're probably the same height. But there is he. And then we have a Star Wars Black Series Darth Vader right there. Here she is next to the Thanos. So there you go with that. There's a good height comparison there. You can see him in the box with the height comparison, but still looks really good. I did want to show real quick this new Gambit I got just to show him off. He looks sweet. This is supposed he's going to go in. I just need to build some stands. So, yeah. here she is, probably to the outdated body mold for girls now. We're probably not going to see this that much often. Improvements all across the board of every articulation point. Yeah, just amazing. They are the same height, though. Overall, I rate this figure a 9 out of 10. Not my favorite one out of the pack, but it's still a really good figure. I have no really gripes besides like this blue paint showing through, the paint bleeding, articulation's great, head sculpts are great. Also, the hands were poorly painted. I didn't really get into that, but they are. I think the better one here is Thanos, in my opinion. Let me get her in a pose real quick, and we'll be right back. There she is, all posed up. I'm not going to use the other effect pieces. I kind of like that head sculpt, but we might transfer that over for this, like, really angry head sculpt. I'm not sure. I also did want to show off the Psylocke currently on the shelf. Here she is. Kind of in the same pose. This one's less dynamic and kind of wonky. Different effect piece. I was wrong. We're probably going to give her this sword, though, just because it looks better. And it's the same kind of purple plastic, so you don't got to worry about the differency there. See if I can get her standing again. There we go. Boom. We'll tweak around with that. But yeah, the other Psylocke I just literally got her. Not the best head sculpt, but honestly, if I can manage to get the head off, Jesus, I can probably switch that out for head sculpt. No. So, her head is abnormally big. Her head is abnormally big, so we can't really switch that around. Overall, I give this 2-pack a 10 out of 10 in my books. This is a grail in my part. 2 of my favorite characters coming together in one 2-pack is a amazing plus in my book. If you guys did, please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in for more hunts and videos. See you guys.